Today we will have an overview of field service management process using Salesforce. For most organizations, I'm sure you already know, efficiently managing a team of service technicians or field force is one of the most complex tasks to have, and to have the strongest impact on the customer satisfaction. It is very important to think strategically about how you dispatch, serve the end customer, and you provide a smarter, faster, more productive service. So today we will see how the collaborative power of Community Cloud and Service Cloud's Field Service Lightning, their functionality, how it will help organizations to reach the goals that I just mentioned. And we will go through these steps that you can see on the screen. And first of all, I would like to mention that during the demo, I will take 5 different roles. First, I will be the customer who submits a service request and using Salesforce Community Cloud to submit this request. Later, I will become the agent who processes this service request in Salesforce Service Cloud. Afterwards, I will become the dispatcher who assigns this certain service request and all the other requests to different technicians using Salesforce Field Service Lightning. As the 4th role, I will become the technician who actually goes to the customer and performs the job. And in the end, of course, I will be the manager who wants to have an overview of all the works that are going on in the company. So here we can see all the roles that are involved in a field service work: customer, service agent, the dispatcher, the technician, and in the end, the manager. So let's now go to Salesforce. And of course, first, as I mentioned, I will be the customer who, using Salesforce Community Cloud, will submit a service request. We are assuming that we are a company so that provides solar panels installation, maintenance. So our customer submits their request. They need a maintenance of panel. I'll quickly fill this in. Of course, the customer can also put a service request from the company's website, the company who is providing the services, but in this case, we will do it with Community Cloud. And I'll put in the address. Okay. So this is all that the customer does. They confirm the order. So this is basically the job that needs to be done. In Salesforce, we call them work orders. And once the work order is submitted in the community, the customer's work is done here. So they basically just submit the work that needs to be done. And now let's go to Salesforce. So as a second role, as I mentioned, I will be the service agent, who is the person who views the orders in Salesforce Service Cloud. Other details. So we can see our work order already here as the last one. So as the agent, I will just check the information. So it's coming from Daniel Peters. He needs a solar panel maintenance. I would like to enter the price. So let's do that. The price of this service, this particular service. So and our customer is in Dubai, so we also mentioned that. Let's assume that the price for the maintenance is $200. For now, that's all the information that I would like to enter. And of course, all the updates that are done here, Daniel, the customer, can also see in the Community Cloud on his order. So the agent, once checking all this, it passes like all this information to the dispatcher. The dispatcher is the person who coordinates all the work orders. And also, we would like this job to be done by the end of today. So let's also okay, so the work of the agent is done here at this point. Schedule this meeting, book an appointment for the customer, but we will do that as the dispatcher and not the agent. So now I will again change my role from the agent who completed the information of the work order, and I will go now to Field Service Lightning. This is the dispatcher's console. And the dispatcher, I'm sure you know, that is the person who checks all the technicians, who is doing what work, where are they. He or she schedules all the service appointments. In field service, the dispatcher can schedule the service appointments using this console, assign it to the service providers, in this case, Adam, John, and Sam, based on their skills, availability, other criteria, or the company's policies. And the dispatcher can also track these resources and see which work they are currently doing. So we can see already the appointment that we had. This last appointment is the one that Daniel has requested for. So let's schedule this. And while the scheduling is being done automatically, as I mentioned, the scheduling can be done based on these resources, skills, availability. And while the scheduling is being done, let's take a tour. Aside from the interface that you can see here, we also have the maps. So we can see all the appointments that we have. So all the works that need to be done during a certain period of time on the map with their statuses. So if the work has been completed, or if it's on progress, or it couldn't be completed, we can see them all. And individually, for each resource, we can also see them on the map, see what route they should take for each service appointment, and also where they are, what works they need to do during the day. And while it is still scheduling, aside from automatic scheduling, of course, the dispatcher can manually schedule, so drag and drop these appointments. And as you can see on this console, we have these intervals between each service appointment. So these yellow colors, they are the appointments that Adam, John, and Sam need to go and complete. And these intervals show us how long it will take them to get from one place to another place. This is done using Google Maps and the traffic, so it takes into account all these factors. We can also manually set it up. So now we can see all the appointments have been scheduled. For example, Adam will need to take what jobs he will need to do during the day. All of the appointments are scheduled. These resources, the technicians can accept these jobs if that's a policy of the company. And later we can dispatch the job. So dispatching an appointment means sending it out already. So now still I am the dispatcher, but I also want to take the role of the technician, Adam. Okay, so once Adam submits that it's okay, he will take a certain job. In this case, let's assume that he's going to take this, the last work. We can dispatch it. Change the status from here. dispatched. Now I will change my role to Adam, so the technician who actually needs to go and do the work. You can see here now I receive notification on Field Service Lightning app, which is this app that I just mentioned. This is the Field Service Lightning app, which is the specific app for technicians. They have it on their cell phones, so they can know what jobs have been assigned to them, where is the address, what other works they need to do, what track they need to take until they do the job. And we will take a look at this work that has been assigned to us. Because my location is now different from Dubai, it is not showing the route, but in real scenario, it also shows what route I will need to take until I get to the place. So as Adam, as the technician, I can check the information of this order. I can see where the place is, who should I contact with, and if there needs to be a maintenance, and of course other related information that can be mentioned here. And assuming that now it is time for me to complete this job, I can simply update the status of this job, mentioning that it is already in progress. And of course, the dispatcher on the screen can also see that this work is already in progress, so it's updated. And I can also inform Daniel that I will be in their company in 15 minutes. I will arrive to Dubai Holding in 15 minutes, just to inform them that we will arrive there so they can be prepared as well. So of course here Daniel will receive a notification. Just a second. Okay. Daniel will receive a notification that Adam will get to their place in 15 minutes. This was in the community cloud. Now, once Adam gets to Daniel's Dubai Holding, he maintains the solar panel as it was requested, and the job is done. Of course, Adam can edit again the appointment and mark it as completed. And again, the dispatcher can see that the job has been completed from Adam's side. Now, this is just in one case, but all these updates are done from all the resources on this dispatcher's console. And if there is a need for signing a contract or a service report, that can be done at the place as well. So Adam will need to collect 2 signatures, one from himself that he has done the work, and another from Daniel that confirms that the job has been done. Here we go, and I generate this report. And well, the work is completed now, and Adam can move to the next job, so the next work that he needs to do during the day. I will get back now to the dispatcher just in order to check if the work has been completed from Adam, and I can also check the service report just to make sure that everything has been done correctly. There it is. So the customer was Dubai Holding. There has been a maintenance of panel. The price is $200, and we have the signatures for future reference. This is the whole process, and it is in case of just one customer, but of course this is applied to all the other technicians and works as well. And of course, as the manager, it is very important to know what is going on with all the work orders, with all the technicians. So for that, we will be using dashboards from Einstein Analytics in order to know this information, in order to see this information. So Here in this dashboard, we can have an overall view of our work orders. So work orders were the jobs. We can see that, for example, in the past month, we had 28 work orders. We can see the status of the work orders, how many work orders hasn't been done anything about them, how many of them were completed or they're in progress. We can see the priority of our work orders, the priority like high, low, or medium. We can see our customers here on the right side, how many work orders we had from each of them during the past month, during the past 30 days. Right now, we were working with Dubai Holding. We can also change this to, okay, there we are. We can have Dubai Holding. And then moving a bit lower, here we can see some other information that will help us to make the service better. First, here we have our technicians, which were Adam, John, and Sam. First of all, we can see what type of work they have been doing during the past months, how many of them they have done. So, and also on the middle chart, we can see how long we had planned for all the work to be done and how long it has actually taken. So from this, we can understand that our estimated time was a little bit too much. We have overestimated the time that it will take our technicians to complete the work. Maybe we can revise that and plan less time and put more work orders in one day to make the service faster. And again, we can, on the right chart, we can see that there is capacity used, like each service resource has a capacity and availability skills that allow us to assign them some work. And this shows us how much of the capacity we are using, which again, it's quite low. We can increase this by making it more efficient. This is an overall view of the work orders. We can also have a more individual level understanding of our technicians who are working, again, on a dashboard. So aside from, again, the work status and priorities, let us check here. We can see due date violations, for example. Adam and John had due date violations, meaning they have performed the work later than they should have done. So we can look for a reason that why that happened and try to fix if there is a need for hiring more technicians or train them better so they wouldn't have any problem fixing the issue before the due date. Or here we have, thankfully, no service level agreement violation, but again, on the right side, we can see the first time fixed rate, which is 100% in this case. That's great. But if there was any reason that at first time the issue was not fixed, like installing the solar panel was not done at the first time, we could see it from here and understand the issue and try to solve it. And of course, we can always have the detailed information of every work that we have done in the same dashboard, seeing the work that has been done, who has done it, how long has it taken them to do the job, and who was the customer to do the work. So I'm, for example, looking at this certain line. And all this overall view helps us to understand the issues that our company has, providing the services and try to solve them to make it more efficient. So that's